Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about Flipkart Runway, the second part, the interviews, how to clear them, what resources to use. Before that, I would like to thank you everyone for the response on the first video where we crossed 1800 views in 3 days and 110 subscribers in a single day. So it brought a big smile to my face and thank you for trusting me. Trust me, I'll bring a lot of new content, useful content in the upcoming days. So for that, definitely subscribe to the channel and let's start this video now. So this is the most detailed video on Flipkart Runway. I will include everything that is the interviews, the statement of purpose, how to prepare everything. So if you have not watched the first video where we discussed about the online quiz, definitely go and watch it. So what is Flipkart Runway? It is a way to get an internship with Flipkart in your first year. So sorry, in your second year. Yeah, so in this we have registration, and then we have the online quiz, and then after the online quiz we have statement of purpose and interviews. So till the online quiz I had discussed in my first video how to clear the online quiz, that you can see, the link will be in the description. Right now we are going to discuss about the statement of purpose and the interviews. Okay, so let me tell you, first of all, online quiz was given by almost 14,500 people when I gave the Flipkart Runway process, and I actually cleared it. So 14,500 people gave the online quiz, but only 154 were shortlisted for the interviews and the statement of purpose, right? So let's dive in. And if you are selected, then how to proceed. And even if you're not selected, I think it will be an informative video for everyone. So, first of all, what is the statement of purpose? This is only for candidates selected in the online quiz. If you are selected in the online quiz, you will have to submit a statement of purpose. And this is not a criteria for shortlisting, it is only to understand you better as a candidate. So, yeah, it is not for shortlisting, okay? They will not use this for shortlisting you at all. It is only just to understand you. So, you will be given guidelines on how to write the statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is basically a document, it's a PDF where you tell about yourself, some other things, right? So we were given the guidelines on how to write, and we had to include sections like my introduction, my biggest learning till date, and some how can I use technology to solve some problem in India, or anything else I'd like to add. So it's basically a free kind of a document where you can add whatever you find relevant. Okay, and some pointers will also be provided. So I have here given the link to my statement of purpose. You can go and open and study it, but I would suggest that you do not copy it completely, because statement of purpose is something that shows your own story, right? Your own introduction, your own challenges, what do you think. So you can get an idea, and I will provide this link in the description, the whole slides. But do not copy this as it is. It's just to get an idea, right? So this is my entire statement of purpose that I actually submitted. Okay, so this is for the statement of purpose, and this is not for shortlisting. It's just to understand you before the interviews. So now let's come to the interview process, which is the most important part, because out of 154, only 23 girls were finally selected for the internship. Okay, so that is through interview process. So generally there are two rounds of pure DSA. So what do I mean by pure DSA? We were not asked about our projects, we were not asked about operating systems, database management system, anything. There was just DSA, data structures and algorithms. So generally there are two rounds. Back when I gave it, since COVID was at its peak, we only had one round. Okay, but generally there are two rounds of pure DSA. So, what were the questions I was asked? Without wasting time, let's move right into the questions I was asked. So, the first question was find k largest elements in a binary search tree in O of one space, like constant space, right? So, in this, you just had to do, like, I can tell my own solution. I used in order and I kept account of how many elements I have seen, right? Reverse in order, of course, right? Because PST has all the elements sorted. Then another question I what was given a matrix of fresh and rotten oranges, return true or false, indicating whether there'll be any fresh orange left. So this is kind of similar to this problem. There's a sleet code problem by the name of rotten oranges, but in this we just had to return true or false. That will there be any fresh oranges left or not? Okay. So you can definitely check out this problem. So I applied depth first search, DFS, to solve this problem. Okay, so these were two questions I was given in 1 hour of interview. So this was what my round of interviews consisted of. And then I was also asked, what I like or dislike about the Flipkart app. So this is just a question they asked. So I remember I answered that I like the Flipkart app because it has got a lot of different. It's very interesting. They have also got this game zone and it's everything, right? So then they asked me, what do you dislike about the Flipkart app? So I replied that it is too complicated for a person. If he's using an app for the first time, it will be complicated. So the interviewer was pretty impressed by this answer. And how did I know this? Because I have actually ordered online from Flipkart a lot of times. Okay, so it is a bit complicated if you open it for the first time. Like, so the interviewer actually said that, yeah, that's a genuine problem. So apart from DSA, you can also be asked questions like this. But yeah, basically it's DSA. You will not be asked about your projects or other things, right? Because since you are in just your second year. So let's go to the next slide. How to prepare for this interview round? That is very important, right? How do you even prepare? So first of all, you should prepare an introduction, because the first question an interviewer will ask you in the interview is, tell something about yourself. So you should have, just remember this, actually learn this, right? And whatever you say, it should be true. Do not just make up an introduction that, okay, I have done this and this, something that you've not done. Do not say that, because the interviewer may actually ask you some questions. So you can also tell about your hobbies and what all you have done, your achievements probably. So with introduction of up to 1 minute, do not take it further than 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute is more than enough. Then you should give mock interviews to a senior. Mock interviews only DSA, right? So find some senior if you can in your college, etc., and ask him or her to take your interview. Or if you were like me, you did not find seniors easily, you can also book a mock interview with me, right? So I remember I actually asked a few seniors, and only one of them actually replied. So sometimes seniors are busy, they don't have time. So if that's the case with you, you can book a mock interview with me on top mate. Yeah, it is. So yeah, this is a bit of self promotion, but definitely you can check this out. I'll provide the link in the description. Then the most important advice is practice data structures and algorithms well, because that is the most important part. If you're not able to solve the question, then you are definitely rejected, right? So prepare DSA very well. You can use this Love Bubber sheet. Love Bubber is a YouTuber. So this sheet, I used it back when I was preparing. It has got 450 questions. You don't need to do the entire 450 questions. Solve at least 10 questions from each topic. So say linked list, solve the top 10 questions. Then arrays, solve some 10 questions, so on and so forth. It is very interesting sheet. You can definitely check this out. Apart from that, you have Stiver's sheet. This is good for, it has got 180 questions. And Stiver is again a YouTuber, Raj Vikramaditya, and he has provided data structure wise, so linked list questions, BST questions, graph questions. So once you can also check out this sheet. But at the same time, these sheets are only useful if you have studied DSA before. So you cannot just try to study data structure and algorithms from here. You should have taken a basic course before, and then after that, you should revise from these sheets. Okay. And another tip I can tell you is that for graph, you don't need to go into all this topological sorting, etc. Just DFS or BFS, depth first search, breadth first search. That's enough for graphs, right? For trees also, like, you should know in order, post order, pre-order, and some basic questions. So since you're in second year, they would not ask you very difficult questions, but you should know the standard questions. Okay. Then you can also definitely check out this book, Cracking the Coding Interview. It's a wonderful book, and there's this chapter on time complexity. Go ahead and study it. There are some questions related to finding the time complexity, especially recursive problems. How do you find the time complexity of recursive problems? This was very helpful to me, because whenever the interviewer will ask you for your approach, he or she will also ask you that, what is the time complexity of your approach. So if you don't know how to find the time complexity, then it does not put a very good impression, right? So definitely check this out. And then let's move. This is a free copy, so download it. Yeah. So this is how to prepare for the interview round. And finally, the results of the interviews. So there were three categories. So 154 girls were selected. So like 154 girls who gave the interviews. So there were three categories. So you got your results within a few days. So first category was exceptional performers, where that means that you got the internship, right? So 23 people were selected out of 154 who actually got the internship. So I was very fortunate to be selected there. Yeah, and it was a great experience. Second was the satisfactory performers. So these performers, these people were who actually performed decent enough, but they could not crack the internship. But nevertheless, they were given another interview opportunity for the winter internship, that is from January to June. So if you, I'm making this video in 2023, and if you're applying in 2023, then January 2024 to June 2024, you could get an interview opportunity for that. Or if your college does not allow that, then you can get an interview opportunity for the summer internship next year. So in your third year, you can actually intern with Flipkart and you will directly get an interview. So they actually give you a chance to, give an interview again. So this is, I think, a really good step from Flipkart, right? And then the third was the augmenters. So I don't exactly remember, but yeah, their performance was not up to the mark. So they would get some mentorship, but yeah, they did not get a direct interview opportunity again. So this was all about Flipkart Runway interview experience, how to prepare everything. If you still have any questions, feel free to shoot them down in the comments. Right, I'll be more than happy to help them. I will share this slide in the description, and do watch the first video if you haven't watched it. And if there are any comments, anything at all that you would like to share, that what content I should post, any suggestions, anything at all, please feel free to put that in comments as well. And that's it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, everything, the whole band. So definitely like, share, and subscribe. So bye bye, and see you in another video.